Thank you so much. Good evening.
Now, the Deputy President assured residents that service delivery issues will be addressed speedily. Now, from what you observed, Nkululeko, just how credible did this assurance seem to the local community, especially given their history of unmet promises?
Well, I can say that it was dramatic because this community were raising issues that have been raising for almost 20 to 30 years. They were saying that they don't trust now government officials, and even the deputy president, for him coming here, is coming down here simply because they were protesting, blockading the N2 road that goes past the Nelson Mandela's home. So that is why now he's coming down to the Mthatha to give promises to the people. But again, this community raised a number of issues, a number of service delivery issues, ranging from water scarcity, road infrastructure, lack of road infrastructure, and also stock theft, crime, gender-based violence in the area of Qunu, as well as in Biki. But on the other hand, the government, as well as the police minister Kachalia, promised that they will bring 2 helicopters. One will serve the eastern part of the eastern part of the Eastern Cape. Then the other one will be based in Mthatha to make sure that at least they respond swiftly to criminal activities in and around Mthatha. And you remember that Biki is the area where gender-based violence is very rife, stock theft is rife. So they were saying that they will make sure that they address that. On the issue of water, David Mahlobo promised the people of Qunu as well as Mthatha area that the water issue will be resolved.
Now, I see that, in terms of water and sanitation, did the residents perhaps, indicate how long they've been without adequate water, adequate services, and just what kind of interventions they expect beyond just temporary relief measures?
Well, they were saying that they have been receiving water, but sometimes it would be just cut off, and sometimes they would get water cuts, but they want now a comprehensive approach when it comes to resolving the issue of water. But the government was saying that, okay, well, we have injected plus minus 2.7 billion rand that will address the water scarcity in Mthatha, and they will work on the Highbury water treatment plant that will serve the people of Mthatha, and also promising the people that the mega project, water project, Mzimvubu Dam, will be really targeted to make sure that at least it's serving the people of the Eastern Cape. So those were the promises that were made. Some of the people were saying, no, you have been saying this for so many years now. We don't trust you. But government kept on saying that, no. This time around, they will provide these services to the people of the Eastern Cape, as well as in the eastern part of the province.
Now, it's safe to say that the Eastern Cape province is one province that, that is hit by natural and man-made disasters. I mean, it was recently hit by floods and further damaging the already fragile infrastructure. And I see that you had your finger on the pulse of that story. So did the Deputy President or his delegation perhaps address just how disaster recovery will be integrated into the long-term service delivery solutions for Qunu?
Well, they were not quite sure about that, but David Mahlobo and the other ministers were clear on the issue, because there was also Deputy Minister for Human Settlement, Ms. Mahambe Hlalo, who was saying that, okay, they are busy now trying to bring back the conditions of those people that were affected by the floods here in Mthatha. You remember that temporary structures are now were provided to those communities, but now they are saying that they will make sure that at least they get proper structures, or maybe permanent structures that they will live in for the rest of their life. Because for now, they are now residing at the temporary structures, which is not good for them, as they put it.
And I did mention earlier on, I mean, that the Eastern Cape province is beset by natural disasters and as well as man-made disasters, such as the poor road conditions and the damaged infrastructure from the floods being treated as a provincial disaster issue. Or maybe the question is, did the government indicate national resources will be allocated and when?
Well, they said before December this year, and because they spoke about the road infrastructure, but that one will take maybe 2 to 3 years. But they said they will start before the end of December of this year. They will start building road infrastructure. But when it comes to water is now being they are busy now providing water to some of the villages, and they will start making sure that the water treatment plants that are available in Mthatha are working properly so that they can provide it to the people. But in terms of time frames, they were not much clear on the time frames as to when are they going to finish all those projects and programs.
All right, NkululekoNyembezi, thank you so much for your update. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was SABC News reporter NkululekoNyembezi with the latest from Qunu, where Deputy President Paul Mashatile and several other ministers have promised urgent action on a long list of service delivery challenges, from water and sanitation, poor roads, healthcare shortages, stock theft, rising cases of gender-based violence, and so on. Now this visit comes in the shadow of the recent floods that further battered the Eastern Cape, and while the government's assurances have been welcomed, the real test will be whether these promises translate into tangible improvements for the communities that have waited for far too long.